Welcome to the Jim and John Show. Tonight's game is a flyway matchup and a City of Fond du Lac battle of the private schools. St. Mary's Springs versus Winnebago Lutheran Academy. This is Springs' first game of the season, and they are pumped. Traditionally, Springs has played very physical with a good passing attack, while WLA has a couple of games under their belt. But WLA's offense may be the real story here, with 19 goals scored in 2 games. And who would have thought that a freshman, Mary Zunker, would be the leading team scorer with 6 goals already off the bench? St. Mary's Springs Ledgers versus Winnebago Lutheran Academy Vikings. What a matchup. Today's broadcast is copyrighted, protected by the Jim and John Show, but we want our WLA families to share it. The opinions expressed during the Jim and John Show are ours and not WLA or any other affiliates of WLA. So go ahead and enjoy today's broadcast. And now we'll turn it over to our sideline reporter, Gwen, for the opening lineup for the Vikings.
And now, for your WLA Vikings. In goal, number 0, sophomore, Emma Butsky. A senior midfielder, co-captain, number 4, Rachel Mayhawk. A sophomore defender, number 5, Anna Forport. A senior midfielder, number 7, Morgan Markgraf. A junior defender, number 10, Sarah O'Connor. A sophomore forward, number 14, Callie Wickman. A senior forward, number 15, co-captain, Kira Wickman. A senior midfielder, number 17, co-captain, Aaron Belling. A junior midfielder, number 18, Caitlin Bonilla. A senior defender, number 20, co-captain, Haley Becker. A sophomore defender, number 21, Alyssa Lorenz. The Vikings are coached by Pastor David Haig. He is assisted by Emily Billett.
Well, good evening. It's our first game, Jim, of the year. WLA taking on the Springs. Jim, thank goodness today is not tomorrow, because it looks like we're supposed to get maybe 6 to 8 inches of snow. But we're happy to be here.
It's kind of been our spring, isn't it, John? Cool, a lot of rain, a lot of snow. Not much warmth, but good game to start off the season. Crosstown rivals, flyway conference rivals. It's the Springs versus the Vikings.
Yeah, it should be a good game. Jim, there's no wind. We're looking at the flag sitting still. I would say we're about 50 degrees or so. We're a little bit chilly, a little bit cold up here. Our starting lineup is the Wickman girls are up front. That'll be interesting. We'll see how well they communicate on the field or how well they communicate at home, one of the two. We're getting ready to kick off here. The other thing that's interesting is we have Benia and it looks like Markgraf as the center mids, both very good players.
Yeah, the midfield will definitely be a strength of the Vikings with 3 seniors and a junior.
Yes.
You know, Haley Becker, I believe 3 out of the 4 of those girls in a center mid have been playing since their freshman year, so a lot of experience.
Yeah, and a strong defense, Jim. Really, it looks like 3 returning defenders to me. I'm just looking real quick, or have had a lot of experience, and that's always good to see. A new goalie this year in Emma, and so we'll see what happens. But it just came off a very powerful win the other day, Jim. A lot of goals being scored. In fact, I calculated out that it was almost 3 goals every or 1 goal every 3 minutes. That's a lot of goals.
Yeah, it was a little bit like video games there at Lemira the other night.
However, they had a tough one, Jim, at Kettle, 1-1. There's a good ball up to the front. And here she's going to get a shot off, and it's a nice shot right to the goalie, unfortunate. But, Jim, she lined up that shot really well and tried to place it where she wanted to. Unfortunately, this time it was right to the goalie. Sarah O'Connor out there just hustling to try and slow down the play, which she gets away with. And it looks like, I thought she had that Margraf stepping in and taking it. Bonilla's got great skills. She picks up the ball at the half-court line with a 2 against 2. Barely gets it up to the Wickman girl. Now she's got to hold. She's got to hold the ball to get a little support.
There you go.
That's a good change of direction. Oh,
Come and get that.
you got to come and get it. And that was Lorenz that tried to do a step by. Oop, we're in a little trouble here. Got to go and grab that player and the ball, Jim. Not too polite.
Interesting. I haven't seen the Lady Vikes play yet, and it looks to me like Haley Becker has been put in that stopper position.
She was listed as a defender.
Yeah. So
Yeah, that's an interesting position. I think last year she spent quite a bit of time at midfield, but that means you got usually some pretty good ball skills, Jim.
yeah, and I think that's exactly what Pastor was thinking. Haley's been outside center mid for 3 years. Obviously, with the graduation of Liz O'Connor last year, they needed somebody to fill that. So they do have some new faces back there on defense a little bit. Lorenz just being a sophomore, Borgward a sophomore. Sarah O'Connor played there last year, so there's a little bit of experience, but Pastor loves that defense and he wants it to be solid.
Yep, and he wants it to be consistent, so we typically see those defenders playing mostly the whole game. He doesn't really sub much, which is a sign of usually a good plan, especially if it's a close game. And that was kicked low and to the front of the goal, and Emma made a good play on it. Let's see what her kick looks like. Okay, a little bit of a spring. I got to get warmed up a little bit more.
Yeah.
Good step in.
Nice job, Alyssa.
Now let's maybe take this outside.
There we go.
What I've seen, and this is what happens sometimes when you come off a game that's kind of your competition is a little bit slower, and then you go against a team that's just a little quicker. We're a little slow to the ball to start tonight, Jim.
Yeah, Springs has come out with a lot of energy. Interesting, when the teams lined up before the start of the game, I noticed WLA only had, I believe, 5 substitutes, 5 subs on the bench, and that's kind of rare.
Yeah, it is.
So
Because
the JVs are playing somewhere or what? Or if we're missing a few kids, not quite sure.
I know we have one injury I saw sitting on the bench, an ACL tear from, I think it was ACL from last year.
Is that the Poach girl?
Yep.
Yeah.
I talked with her before the game. She said she's going to be coming back pretty quick, but you know how that is. Whoop, Bonilla, ooh. Yep. She's just a little slow to the ball. There's a nice job by Rachel coming up the side with it. Nice pass. She plays it through. Got to step into those. You can kind of tell it's early in the season, Jim. Everybody's, kind of trying to figure out where they're at and where the ball's at. Rachel's working really hard here. She's going to be winded. She's just been running the field. Okay, here's a pickup for... Jim, that's so muddy back there.
Yeah.
That the goalie had a hard first step. She tore the ground right up.
If you look at there, John, looks like I don't know if they redid the sections in front of the goal late last fall, because they're a different color.
Yeah,
That's
she just, did you see she just messed with the side almost?
Yeah.
She put it back down like a rug.
Yeah, going to come up in clumps a little bit.
It was good that she came out on that, I think.
Yeah, because I'll tell you, that was a slow play. The goalie had to plant her feet. And it's going to be, I don't know, Jim. I think if we get a lot of shots, that could definitely be a variable.
Yeah, the field, obviously we talked about the weather conditions being so cold and wet this spring that this field really it's in not bad shape considering the conditions, but it's not good.
Benji told me that tonight was their first game. They haven't even hardly been outside.
You know, after the first 6 minutes here, Jim, I'm a little bit more impressed with the midfield of Springs. We're chasing a little bit. We're trying to figure things out here. And I know we have some talented midfielders, so...
Yeah, that you'd think would be a strength. You know, we thought coming into this year that midfield and forwards would be obviously the strength. Mm-hmm. And it probably could still play out to that. But so far in this game, yeah.
I'm a little more impressed with the Springs midfield right at the moment.
We see them a little out of sorts right now.
A little bit more diagonal passing from Springs. We're just trying to hang on to the ball. We're getting fought off of it. And there's a good example right there. We got fought off the ball. Aaron over there. So just keep working hard. Morgan Margraf. There we go. She's turned the corner here. Now it's a 2-on-3.
Look at her. Get her the ball. Look at her hustle.
Get your foot on it. Get your foot on it. There it is. Give it a bang. Yeah, she's offsides. Okay.
And it's too bad she couldn't have looked up and saw Rachel sprinting down the side because she was wide open.
What was interesting, I wish she would have come back. It was like, did you see the defender step right at the last minute to go attack the ball? And that's what drew her off sides because she really didn't move. She stood waiting in her spot for the ball. But good call by the referee. It was offsides.
Good attack, though, by the Vikings. It's a good sign of life there. See right there again.
We got bumped off the ball, Jim.
It's
got to win those.
A little too easy.
Got to win those. Boy, she fights for the ball, doesn't she? Kira.
Yep.
She battles. Now we got a step. There we go.
Oops.
Kicked it in the hole where there had two people. Better to possess. The saying, it's better to give than to receive. No, not in soccer. It's better to hang on to it. Ooh. Good defense. That's the second nice save by Lorenz. Our first sub of the night.
You know, we talk about it every year, usually toward the...
Coming in for the Ledgers, number 5, Bella Bauer.
Usually toward the end of the year when you start looking at these seniors, and I remember a lot of these seniors playing as freshmen, and it seemed like just not 3 years ago. You know, that just goes by so quick, John. And you know, that's the neat part of a new season is you're seeing a new team and a new group of seniors. We've got a couple of freshmen and sophomores up here for the first time, so it's always fun to watch the first game and see what kind of...
Yeah, it's always fun the first and last games to see the improvement. Yep. Third corner kick for Springs, they've changed up who they're kicking because it's been short 2 times in a row, and that's not that much better. So
good job, girl.
Nice ball up. Now you got to try and hold that ball or get around to the corner. And we got somebody coming up the field here full speed. Who is that? 14 for WLA.
Yeah.
Callie,
the younger.
Okay.
And Kira was the one who brought it.
Try and got to get used to him.
Come on, midfield.
Now there was a nice... That was a nice play by Lorenz.
Come on, Baker, turn it. Again,
Rachel's got to keep hustling here. Yeah, we were right on top of it. It was still in, but...
That cannot be theirs. There was only one...
Yeah, white ball, but...
There was only one person near it.
diagonal.
There's off of them for another throw-in for WLA. Not a bad little throw-in there. Didn't let her turn. Boy, that's dangerous when you jump up with your arms like that. Like that.
It's twice now they've done that. That's not quite sure if I like that.
come up and slow the play down. That's not necessarily bad. Trying to intercept the ball, but we got to get to the ball. That's some nice passing there.
They're in their positions. They've got the triangles.
There's another nice pass. So far, I'm impressed with Lorenz. Has played extremely well.
Very patient. She usually makes the right play.
First touch for their goalie to come out, is it? Oh no, we had one shot. Not a bad kick. Get to it now. Get to it. Come on and get to it. There we go. She's going to try and cut back. She puts it in the center. Bonilla's got her foot on it. I know she was trying to control it, but there's a nice pass back. Oh,
where was that to?
Rachel, stay in control of that.
Too bad we had numbers too. It's always good when your strides are twice as long as the competitor.
I never had that advantage, Jim. Never in my life.
The Lorenz girl can cover some turf, can't she?
Yes, she can.
She's a hustler.
That a nice little touch. Oop, I thought she had that one. Good control. Nice little pass out to the corner. Let's go get it, Morgan.
Come on, Morgan. Nice job, Morgan.
Send that in.
Yep, that's an excellent play with a spinner, too. Those are hard to control. I'll tell you what, and the Springs girl got her down.
Yeah.
Little bump off.
Go ahead. That's
Let's
a
go.
live ball,
Let's
girls.
go.
Come on.
Let's go.
That's Dan Florentine.
Really? Looks like it.
Yep, it does.
Yeah, it's really interesting this time of the year to see what kind of physical shape they're in. I enjoyed watching. I enjoyed watching the U.S. play of Mexico, the U.S. women.
I watched both those
Two games. I'll tell you what, I'm always impressed with the U.S. Those women are in shape. I'll tell you, the U.S. women are in physical condition. They can run the whole game. I think those are...
nobody's there, John.
Gets a shot right to the goalie.
Somebody was out of position there. Pastor will have a little discussion about that, I'm sure. I've seen, since that 6-minute mark, I've seen WLA kind of control the game a little bit more, and I'm thinking that might be the type of game it is where I think Springs came with a lot of energy. This is their first game of the year, and they're all jacked up, and hopefully WLA can wear them down a little bit. You're starting to see the field position switch a little bit more.
Oh, that's a dangerous play there. She's got to get it cleared out and get some help. No, that's better. She hung in there with it. That's all right. I'm okay with that play. We're not formed real good, Jim. Our formation fell apart. We weren't in a good
Coming
position.
in for the Springs, number 8, Catherine Joe. And number 4, Brianna Freund. And coming in for the Vikings, number 2, Mary Zunker.
Mary Zunker comes in for Margraf. My first opportunity to see her play.
Not a bad beginning to your varsity career. 2 games, 6 goals. Obviously, that pace that won't be kept up throughout the year. But what a
good start,
for a freshman. You know, I texted both of my sons, Jordan and Caleb, about Mary.
Oh, look at that
go.
speed, Jim!
Let's see if she can cut that now. Just you got to cut that just a little bit. All right, good effort.
Jim, that speed was outstanding.
Yeah, we've seen that for 4 years out of Kira. What I'd like to see on that is a little bit, just if she can change that angle just a little bit, because that goalie never moved. If she can make her move a little bit.
Oh, there's a handball. No call, handball on Springs.
I love him.
Obstruction, sir!
That wasn't obstruction. Nice try.
That should have been called off by the goalie right there.
There's a shot. That's a nice looking shot right there. Goal in the right spot for the knockdown. I'll tell you what, if her sister, when Kira's coming up, if her sister would lag behind the defender and then as she's approaching, then come in front of the defender, I'll tell you what, that would be an unstoppable play. Look at that.
Well, she's not only is she fast, but she'll bump you and bang you too.
Yeah. don't care how many times I watch her play. I am just impressed with her speed.
She is fast. I mean, if you remember Cassie Golicinski.
Sure. Oh, yeah. No,
Way faster.
she's one of the fastest we've had. Will they allow a sub on a corner?
They should. They should allow it. I thought they allowed Springs.
Behind you! Mary, back up! Mary, back
Oh,
up!
there's a nice ball, Jim. That's a nice
Ooh,
ball.
Lorenz girl. I thought she was going to head that.
Come on, Mary.
Nope. Would have liked to seen a shot, but turn it and go.
Go, 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 go! Taylor, back up, Mary. You can Taylor, hold back, hold back. Let's rework.
Oh.
Move off!
You know, one of the things Pastor always talks about is taking that ball offensively all the way down to the baseline and dropping it back then, because that's so hard to defend. And I wonder if Kira would do that, if she'd take a touch or two more and draw those 2 or 3 girls with her and then drop it back slightly. That could be very dangerous, because she's drawing a crowd. There's 2 or 3 defenders on her
every time. Yep, every time.
It's a great weapon to have.
I'm surprised. I mean, even we've had a fair amount of rain, and here's a big
can break this
opportunity
away.
for WLA here.
If 9 goes for it, she's cooked.
Yep. That could have been a possible
man,
yellow.
Yeah, that
Passable yellow card bump there like that with a
I
trip.
mean, if that coach over there is screaming obstruction, well, right there, that cost us a goal.
Yeah, that was.
You can't just randomly go and bump a girl off, especially when there's no one between her and the goal.
Yeah, it was 1-on-1 with the goalie, and she kind of got bumped, but it's a no call. So
It almost looked like their player kicked it back to their goalie. It did. That's what it looked like to me.
I didn't see a call. Okay. You know, the interesting thing, Jim, is Mary Zunker was bringing
Coming
it
in for
down
the
here.
Vikings, number 12, Lucy Baus. And number 7, Morgan Markgraf.
What I'm not seeing is support behind our players. There's no pass backs.
Yeah.
You know, we're not setting up that triangle very well right now. Yeah, it's early in the season, but
It's kind of what we're seeing is just basically breakaways. 2-gal breakaways.
outside. There you go.
Set piece here.
Here we go.
Got some numbers.
Morgan.
Gotta knock her home. Let's see if we can get to it. Take it around her.
Good job, Rachel.
Oh, nice ball in the center.
A great pass by Rachel Mayhawk. Great pass.
Get to it.
Got to do better than
Get
that.
to it. Turn and look. Was that called out early? I
I
watched.
think Rachel was actually
Okay.
after she passed it. I
She
think
saw it.
Yeah, she
She stopped herself because it went out of bounds. Keep playing until you hear the whistle.
Yeah, I think when she crossed that ball, she thought that was going to be money for us. Great pass.
Boy, a lot of opportunity there. Right now for WLA.
Come on, we need to go after it, Bree.
Up and over. Nice turn. That was awesome. Good defense by Springs. Come in there and break up a play because she had one more step. She was going to take a shot, and she didn't. They took it away from her. Throw in White.
No more. No more. No more. I'm worried about my safety, sir.
A little bit of a handball there.
I see Kira Wickens leaving the field.
Maybe
Keep
a
an eye on
bathroom break.
I think that shot she took over there. I think
Get a shot. There it is. Nice and low. Nice and low. Like the shot. Yeah, she's walking with the coach. We got all sorts of exciting things going on. Okay. Midfield trying to pick up here. Lorenz. Yes. Oop. This is bad. We're good. We took away the angle.
Yes.
Lorenz again cleaning up. She's got a nose for the ball, Jim. Nice shielding.
she's the perfect defender for Pastor Haig. She's steady. She doesn't panic. Fundamentally sound.
She's got a good nose for the ball, too, here. Now, we had to switch. We got the Zunker and Benia playing forward,
Yep.
Jim, right now.
Yep. Both the Wickman girls are out currently.
Oh, there's a great ball. Was that Morgan Margraf that dropped it right in the hole?
That was reminiscent of another Markgraf we've seen for a few years there. Aaron dropping a pass, just beautiful.
That looked like I guess we could call that the bomb. That was dropped right in there, man.
That is so tough on the defense when you bring it over their head and it's curling toward the goal, and your outside can get a full run on it. Man, that's hard to defend.
Coming in for the Ledgers, number 2, Ronnie Cox. And checking in for the Vikings, number 13, Maddie Pacheco.
Now, is that Maddie's first time in the game here?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and she's coming in at outside mid here, huh?
A little bit, yep.
Oh, there is the just unfortunately an unlucky bounce. Oh, Haley comes from behind, almost takes it away from her. They got numbers. If we got to stop the play here, we're going to be in trouble.
Step here.
Oh, beautiful. Took a goal away, Jim, because we were in trouble. Come out.
Come and get it here. Yeah.
Oh, thank goodness.
Don't ever do this. Going to give it to him.
Didn't he call it out?
Yeah, the communication there's got to be better.
The ref called it out the back line.
He thought that we were going to let it roll off, and we didn't, and our defender saved it and then put it right back to Springs. So
wow.
I think we got to be communicating back there. Maybe the goalie needs to come out and grab that ball.
Yeah, Emma, if you watch this back, you got to be barking out orders. These guys don't know what's going on. And come on out and get that. I think she's a little hesitant because that turf is just... Oh, boy. Wow.
A little shocked at how many chances Springs getting, on a good, solid defense there.
I'll tell you, Benita, she gets that ball.
It's a turn and go.
I like what she does. She touches it and then goes sideways.
Mary Zunker with a nice play.
Wow.
Just the freshman.
Yes, it is getting cold. The wind's picked up just a little bit, but it's damp. It's very damp. Oh, into the center. Where are we? Oh, there's a handball by Springs again, Jim. Here comes, let's see what she does this time. Oh, she has got that move down, I'll tell you what.
You know what, John? What Caitlin Bonilla just did there, right before she received the ball, she took a quick peek back to see which side the defender was cheating on, and then she just dropped her shoulder and away she went. Very, very smart play.
And I'll tell you what else was smart is good for Jim to see that, because I didn't.
She, what a luxury for Pastor to take out the 2 Whitman girls and then stick on.
And have 2 good forwards, yeah.
Zunker and Bonilla. You're not going to miss a beat there. You know what I just love about that Lorenz girl is when she makes a mistake and somebody takes the ball away from her, she'll hunt you down and get it back. I just love that. So who's playing stopper now? Number 12, maybe? Yeah. Okay. Baus, maybe. Because he's moved Becker up and put her a little bit more into the attacking mode here.
I saw somebody with a knee brace.
Returning for the Ledgers, number 7, Emma Kirkwood, and number 20, Megan Schumacher.
Yeah, it looks like some kind of a knee. You know, Jim, every time they've kicked these short, I'd love to see us take this and attack. If Haley would step back 2 feet, a little bit more. Now that they got a little bit more on it that time.
Come on, Danny.
It's the curse of Jim and John and Gwen being in the booth. Every time we get up here, the east wind says, I'm going to blow, so it's freezing cold up in the booth. And it has begun to blow.
Yeah, it's gotten chilly. We are earning our pay tonight, I'll tell you.
Well, that Bonilla, she is the Energizer Bunny, isn't she?
Look at her.
Go.
Look, she got taken down. No call.
Wow.
No call on that.
You worried about the safety now?
Springs is extremely physical, but that's all right.
Yep.
It's good to play against teams like
Yep,
that.
you have to do that. Benia a little bit of a
Returning for the
breath.
Vikings, number 4, Rachel Mayhawk. And number 14, Callie
Give Belling
Whitman.
a little bit of a
and
break.
coming in for the Vikings, number 6, Madison Sampson.
So we're about 26 minutes, Jim. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think maybe the most concerning thing to me is seeing Kira Whitman leave the field. Obviously sick, maybe flu, something like that. But that's okay. That's a great opportunity for some of these other players. But a good match so far.
Pretty back and forth,
Got
isn't
your
it?
money's worth, I think. I don't really see this being a blowout. Hopefully WLA will wear them down a little bit, but let's see.
I'll tell you what, up in the, when we get the ball up here, we fight a little bit differently than we do in the center. You know, if some of the mistakes Springs is making, they get the ball out too far ahead of them. You got great possession up the field, and then all of a sudden the ball gets away from them. Oh, shouldn't be outmaneuvered by that.
Springs appears to be one of those teams that probably isn't going to score a ton, but they like their set pieces and they're very disciplined.
What's her number? Can you see?
Yeah, in fact, we're getting outmaneuvered here right now. We got that strong wind
24
now across the field coming into our face,
right into us.
which is really changing. You can't, most girls from this side, if the ball hangs up, it's not going to come across.
Coming in for the Springs, number 24, Emma Reed. And returning, number 12, Alice Schreiner.
Yeah, it's going to hang up in the wind, and that's exactly what that last kick did. It just hung up in the wind. There's a good ball. Oh, nice. She,
Nice
Good
job,
win by
Mary.
Mary
Zink.
here we go. Turn on the Jets and go, 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 go. Turn on the Jets. A little bit more of a nose for that ball. And here we
Send
go.
it in. Send
Here
it
we
in.
go. You don't have much time or you're going to lose it.
Ooh, didn't Springs?
Hey, was that a pass back to the goalie?
That's what it looked
Springs
like to me
kicked it.
again. That
We
was the
didn't kick
second
that.
one.
Springs.
That's the first time I seen that. That to me was a handball.
You can't.
Oh, Rachel stuck with it that time. That was a little bit better. Come on, come on. Go get it. Aggressive. Oh,
God, all the physicality that we see.
wow. Didn't like that call at all. I thought that was a play on.
Yeah, me too.
But advantage to the Springs, I guess. Interesting to see the subbing pattern, Jim. I'm sure when Pastor started laying out his game plan, I don't think it was laid out the way it is going tonight.
Oh, and only having 5 girls on the bench, and some are probably limited as to the positions you can play. And then with Callie going down, you got.
Is it close or is it way off?
Little foul.
What? Why is the clock not running? What did you shut that off?
I didn't. I didn't shut it off.
Oh,
I don't know what's wrong with it. It's still on. It's running there.
well, it's just not running on that.
Yeah.
Check the cable. Just jiggle the cable once.
Is it going now? It's running.
It's running. It's just not running up there.
It just stopped.
It's running here, Pastor.
And got a little bit of a clock issue, so we got sidetracked for a minute. But
It's that equipment from the 1930s failing us again.
hey, ref, just so you know, our clock is working up here,
It's working,
but not up there, just so you know.
Returning for the Ledgers, number 1, Lily Baumhart.
Oh, there's the first shot right at her. Unfortunately, right at her. But boy, we were in position to make that goal. Unfortunately, that was WLA's best opportunity to score, and we didn't get that one there.
That's the right time. That's the right time.
You gotta
Jiggle it.
if it moves a quarter of an inch. It's good.
Jim will be standing holding the court all night. We're, just so you know, the clock is working on our clock inside the booth, but not on the display board. But thank goodness Jim was able to use his superior electronic skills.
That's about as much as I know when it comes to electricity, John. That's about it.
Well, I'll
I
tell
know
you
better
what.
than
You
to
and I
stick
have
something metal in there. Yeah, you can't say that on the air, though, boy. This is a G-rated show.
One of the things while you were out, we had a great opportunity to score, and so did Springs. So
Okay.
it was a back and forth there, but neither team could put it in the net.
Thank you, Sarah!
Oh, there is a nice takeaway. Let's see what she can do with it. Oh, just kind of go sideways with it. Get a touch and get it in the gap. There you go. Thought she made it.
Jack, come here. Look at me, please.
You know, Springs is doing a nice job of getting it in the center.
Yeah, very nice move there by
Yeah.
number 10, I think, for Springs.
They're kind of playing a diagonal game, Jim, where they connect on 3 passes and they kind of catch us out.
So is
WLA is
this
going to
a-
have to make some adjustments.
Is this a Springs only team, or are they?
This is unlike the boys where they take all 6, the whole county, and put a team
this
together.
Is just them. It's not
Yes.
anyone else. Okay, all right.
This is not the Oakfield Springs nuts.
Laconia, yes, bag of mixed nuts, right?
Ronnie, you're out.
Oh, look who's back for us.
Returning for the Springs, number 21, Jennifer Chatterton. And for the Vikings, number 15, Kira Wickman. Number 17, Erin Belling. And number 18, Caitlin Bonilla.
I love that name, Chatterton.
That's what they call me up in the booth most of the time, because my teeth are chatter-tunning. Good to see.
Chatter Jim.
Cheddar. Good to see Kira back in
Yeah.
on the field for us.
Returning for the Ledgers, number 3, Katie Baker.
You know, she's a tough gal. It's going to take probably more than that to keep her out of the game. Good throw.
Yeah, awesome throw.
Now don't overcommit here. Let her make the mistake.
There we go. There we go. There we go.
Nice.
It's on
Sister
target.
to sister.
Oh, was on
Oh, what a
target
nice
too.
clearance there. Yeah.
Rachel has picked it up, Jim.
Yeah, she was.
She
A little lazy coming back here. She just. Yeah.
Rachel has picked it up since she's came out and came back in, and maybe she's warmed up now a little bit. But
You know, John, that's not the first time over the years where we've seen Pastor substitute a player out, put him back in, and I guess we need to go down there and find out what he's saying to these players, because they're responding.
that was an excellent play.
Her
Oh,
footwork is exquisite.
I'll tell you what,
Good win.
and that is another win. She has been,
She's a difference maker when
Yeah.
Rachel's going 100%.
yeah. She started out very timid. I've seen her play so much better. Take a shot. Take a whack. Take a whack.
Yeah, why not? You got plenty of rebounders there. You got people in position.
Oh, oops, thanks.
Okay.
I'd have to fire
Good
myself
pass by
again.
Whitman.
Get to it now. Get to
Ooh,
it. That was
deflected.
off them.
Yeah. No. Okay.
Nope. Yeah, Caitlin
Returning
Bonilla.
for the Ledgers, number 9, Taylor Jans.
Caitlin Bonilla is another one I thought kind of started off a little slow. Now that she's warmed up,
And she got up at that forward position. It's like, holy cow, she's just like turned it on. She's got great ball skills, Jim.
Yeah.
Nice job, Aaron Bowling.
Oh, get to it.
Her footwork is phenomenal.
There's like another
You
handball.
almost have to call that.
Come on, get to it.
How can you not? How can you not? call
Nice
that?
play.
How can you not call that a handball? Her arm was fully extended out. It was not anything in a natural position whatsoever.
And you could see the deflection very clearly. Lorenz coming in to pick it up. Jim, I'll tell you what, that was a great goalie play, not to take away from the goalie of Springs. That should have been a goal for us, and she stopped it, plain and simple. Get a shot right now, let it rip.
Ooh,
It's like they don't want to
Morgan,
shoot.
you got to go get that.
Go get a shot. There's nice defense here by the Springs, taking that away from us. Out-hustled us a little. Well, out-hustled us right to the side bomb. Out of bounds. Nice quick throw in. Now turn it back on your right foot. There you go. Now send it quickly. There's a nice shot, Jim, in the air. Oh,
Great shot.
tell you, it was spinning and held up by the wind. And
John, you don't see that shot in girls' high school soccer that much. That was a
That was a fun one.
You know, it was right on target too. If it would have been another foot higher, it probably would have been a goal.
Oh, I think 3 inches, and that goalie wouldn't have been able to get it. I think that was right at her max height there. Wow.
Returning for the Ledgers, number 8, Catherine
You
Joe.
brought the heated blanket for halftime, I'll tell you what.
Clear out to the outside, right?
Beginning to think I may watch the second half from my vehicle.
Oh,
You know, they said that wind was going to kick up, but I didn't think it was going to be till later.
wow.
As long as the rain doesn't start.
Don't even say that word. Sideline reporter is saying bad things. Rain. We don't want to hear that word.
The way the temperature's dropping, it just might be snow.
Yeah, I was going to say iceberg conditions.
Well, we can build a snowman
Coming in for the
with
Ledgers,
Tyler at
number
halftime.
23, Sydney Hammock.
Taylor, get up them, G! Out her back! Jen, step to 14, Jen! Jen, step
I can see why you like doing basketball games, Jim.
Yeah.
Actually, it's funny because fall sports, you know, it's warm and then you get used to it getting cold. Boy, in the spring, you freeze to death right out of the gate. Then it starts hopefully getting warmer.
Not having daughters, I don't dig this spring stuff. I'm glad that it was always fall soccer for me because you try and jam a whole season into 2 months, and,
Oh, my
and one of the
goodness.
2 months is nothing but slop. It's really a tough season for sports.
Well, that's why they changed college girls soccer to fall.
Actually,
Because
you're right. We learned once our boys went to college. We learned that a lot of the other states, Wisconsin's one of the only states
that
that
play it,
Yeah,
that
that's-
play it in the fall,
yeah.
both girls and
Yep.
boys.
Yep.
And that makes it difficult, Jim, because you got 2 teams trying to practice. You know what I mean? A lot of
Sure.
times they're traveling together, so
I'm glad it's the way it is here in Wisconsin because that way Pastor Hay gets to coach both. That's
yeah, well, that's true. Well, some of the small colleges, they have the same coaches for men and women. Not all, but I've seen quite a few of the small D3 schools. Ooh! That's a tough hit from behind, not even a warning. Well, I probably would have had a conversation and said, hey, take it easy a little bit. Coming down to the last couple of minutes before the half, we got about 5 minutes left. Spring's going to get an open shot here. Ball's laid in nicely. And she just barely got to it.
our defenders were shielding. So that's good to see. Hopefully that'll mean she's going to be getting a little more aggressive.
Yep.
Take that step out, come and get it.
Emma's trying to learn another handball.
There's
You know,
the fifth
Jim,
handball this
we have not had one handball call, and yet we have had a ton of them.
Yeah, there's no.
No question about them.
Yeah,
I mean, they're
exactly.
changing direction and hands are lifted. I thought we were cheerleading so much the ball was coming off their hands. Spring's making a little run here. trying to push her off
Number
the ball.
22 for Springs. She is fast.
Erin Belling having all she can do over there against Springs. That has been a wrestling match over there. There she held her that time.
They grab a lot. You know, it's, the guy's starting to catch out of that. Let's see
Jim,
if we
that's
can
what
get
you
one
got to
here.
do is you got to, you know, as you and I have learned, there's soccer is played with your hands a lot more than you think. Not necessarily the ball, but certainly hands are a big part of the game. Is she going to try and flick that over her head?
She's going to drop it for Aaron. There you go. That's, just get it down in that danger zone. Let them deal with it. Got to get to that.
Oh, she came from a long way. Got a foot on it. She's going to make that corner. Ooh, she got pushed off. And a flip. A lot of good play there. The Springs, they really shouldered Jim in position very nicely.
You know, I'm trying to remember who won. Did WLA win the flyway last year, or was Wayland up there? Who was the team? I guess I don't remember last year.
We'll have to look that up and get back to people because, quite honestly, I don't remember either.
I think the Vikings at least got a share of the title.
Returning for the Vikings, number 2, Mary Zunker.
Coming down a couple of minutes left in the half, it's really been a seesaw battle. Back and forth. But I'll tell you what, the wind is starting to really play a part of this game.
Thankfully, it's kind of across the field. It doesn't really favor.
And it's almost, Jim, a southwest wind, more east, excuse me, more east than south. But you'd think it'd be really warm if it was coming from the south. It's still in. Boy, it bounced a long time.
That didn't go up the way down there.
2 minutes.
Look at that. Huh? That ball didn't go out of bounds. It rode the line all the way down past the ball boy.
Oh, come on. Get to it. Get to it. Get to it. Open over. Come on. Turn it on.
You know, John, I don't want to say that WLA, we look disinterested, but we look slow. And I don't quite know. You know, maybe it's the third game this week. You know, we talked about that. Juan and I did. Oh, that's a nice ball.
Oh, get a shot right now. Shoot it.
Left. There. Oh, wide open. She'd love to have that one back. I think Kira slipped just ever so slightly.
With that left foot.
Her
Did you
plant
see
foot
that? She
slipped
slid a
just,
little.
and it pushed the ball, just like a golf shot, pushed it to the right just a hair.
1 minute remaining in the half.
That was a golden opportunity. Great play by her sister Callie to get her the ball. So keep knocking on the door. But you know, they played Monday at Kettle, Tuesday at Lamira,
And now today again.
and they're scheduled to play tomorrow. So you know, this is I thought 15. So this will be a real test here early in the year.
Oh, well, it looks like we're coming down to the last 30 seconds. Jim, like we said, just a kind of a review here while the end halves, but it's been a seesaw battle back. Springs has been really a little bit more physical, in my opinion, especially in the middle part of the field. They've been bumping us off.
10, 9, 8,
WLA has
7,
hung in there, but they
6,
look tired.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, right there with you, John. Good first half. Let's see, you know, that first 5-10 minutes could be the deciding factor coming out of halftime.
We'll see what Coach does, make some adjustments. We'll see what the Springs coach does, but it's an equal match as of the first 45 minutes. So we will see you after halftime. On today's halftime report, I want to answer the number one question I get, and that is, how can I see these events or know when I can view them? The best answer is to hit the subscribe button on our channel, and you can subscribe. It will ask you for a Gmail account. By having a Gmail account, it will send you emails when it's available. If you don't have a Gmail account, get one. If you don't want one, go down to the Show More, and I've added a couple of links to show videos on what to do if you don't want to have a Gmail account. Now, if you don't want to subscribe, you can always go to YouTube and do a search for WLA Sports. You can add in Jim and John Show to make it faster, and click the event that you want. Hey, thanks for tuning in, and go Vikes! Now we're getting ready for the second half. Both teams are ready. The wind is about where we left off, coming out of the east across the field, probably about 10, 12 miles an hour. Nobody's got really the advantage of the wind.
And thank you to our statistician, Noah Tyson.
WLA with the first attack coming down the field. Oh, nice pass to the corner to try and make something happen here. And the ball's in there. Is she going to get a shot? I thought she was going to get a nice shot off there.
Is it on there?
And also thank you to our other statistician, Olivia Giebel.
Oh, nice shot, Jim. Spinning. You never know what happens. Okay, not enough.
You're right, John. It's not strictly east. There's a little bit of a south to that east. And
oh, Jim, here it is. Can she get to it? She gets bumped off with a shoulder bump.
Our girls got to get smart to that. They do that little shoulder bump every time. Just got to lower down, get a little lower. Oh, that could be called. There we go.
Free kick here.
Okay, so now the wind's going to be at kind of their back a little bit, aren't you?
Yep. Now, what's interesting, Jim, is do you notice the ref did not call what the play is?
What is it still running on? Because it stopped.
Yes, it's still running.
Here's the kick. It's low. It's hard. Do we got a shot? Oh, I thought Benita was going to be able to hit that one. Springs takes it, moving it up the court really slow. They have numbers, and they just, I don't know, they just didn't do anything with it. And Lorenz fights through. Here's an oh, darn, too bad. I'm sorry, I got this cord. I'm sorry for that cord. It's just so cold that the batteries are not holding.
I was going to say, come on.
Yeah. Ooh, Emma with her first really good stop. A little bit of a challenge there for her. And she picked it up.
Hold on, Emma.
I don't know what the call was on the other side, why we got called. I'd like to know that. Oop, get to it. Oh, she saved it. And it went out of bounds. Next time I'll bring my long cord.
And your long underwear and a heater. And some kindling for a fire. I'd start this deck on fire, but it's composite. It'll just melt.
We'll have a puff of black smoke. Here we go. Come on. Go get it.
The only good thing about this, guys, is no spiders. In the fall, there's a ton of spiders.
You know what? I'd sacrifice and have lots of spiders for warm weather.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
Exactly. I'd feed the spiders if it was 80 right now.
Even tarantulas I'd take.
No.
Yep.
Nope, I resign then.
Good. At least we'd be warm.
I'm done as a sideline reporter.
Doesn't pay enough for
and
that.
the announcer
and everything else. Okay, here we go here. Oh, right to her sister.
Actually, they tripled my pay from last year. How about you guys? You too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is fun. This is good soccer tonight. Very good soccer.
Throw is turning. Oh my goodness, did it ever? And she stayed. That's our ball.
Yeah, that wind just took the ball and literally pushed it.
She threw it in like 2 feet in, and by the time it hit the ground, it was like 6 inches.
Either that, or if that was a knuckleball, Riley Westfall's going to want her out on the diamond for the softball team.
Nice throw in again. Get to it. Get to it. Oh, too much back. Too bad. All right, set up. Pinch him in there. Don't let him. What are you running so far for? Turn around. Yep. There you go. That's better.
Come on, Meg. Come on, Bray. Come on, Bray. Hit it now. Hit it. Stay inside, Meg. Come on. Hey, working now.
Yep.
Back to double zeros.
Alice, make somebody mark it. Don't touch Meg. Don't touch it. Don't touch it. Let's foul.
Wow, just pushed her right off the ball.
All right, go Meg. Meg, now make a decent throw.
We're really getting pushed. What is wrong with my tripod here?
Come on, Lizzie. Other side of my Lizzie. John 14.
That's off of a...
This thing is so sensitive.
Yell at it.
Well, you know it's female.
Because it's sensitive.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice clear.
I've talked to Dr. Phil. Ooh.
Nice ball. What is Lorenz going to have it?
Oh yeah.
She takes care of it. Oh, nice.
Nice job, Alyssa.
Kept her hands up. Didn't, not yet.
Emma, nice pickup.
Nice a little bit like a Hoover vac on that one.
Yeah.
She sucked that ball right up. That's a good grab.
Ooh,
there.
there's a
Tough
nice
one.
kick.
Tough catch.
Oh, stay in possession of that ball.
Look at how quick, look at a burst of speed there for Callie Whitman. Wow.
So, Jim's very similar start for WLA in Springs the second half. WLA doing a few good things, but overall, Springs in a little bit more control of what's happening.
Returning for the Vikings, number 2, Mary Zunker.
They've had a couple of shots, not at the goal. I mean, at the goal, but not shots on goal. But again, WLA not off to an exceptionally fast start here.
Good win down there.
Oh,
See, that's what we're missing. We're not really controlling that midfield at all.
no.
It's just, there is no midfield play tonight.
It's
Look at when Morgan can get to the ball, she can make things happen, but she's got to do it more often.
there's a good ball right there. I'll tell you what's happening is,
Nice job, Morgan.
in my opinion, with the midfield, well, that's a good example of it, but we're playing choppy.
Yeah.
We're playing choppy. Instead of putting some passes together,
Wait, this is getting help all over the place.
See, right there again, there's nobody in midfield. And Mary Zunker's coming back to get the ball. Those midfielders have got to occupy that area.
yeah, it's such a there's so much holding going on. It's a really choppy play here. So you can't put 2 or 3 at least WLA has not had any luck putting in passes together. Yeah, we're about the same spot, about that. It took us like 10 minutes to actually get going and get flying. So we just can't let one go in here. Just got to keep defending. There's a good play.
Nice job, Aaron.
Good win, but then you got to get it to someone.
Nice job, Anna.
Nice to the pocket. Stretch them out a little bit. Now our midfield's got to fill in. Come up and fill in. They're not filling in fast enough, Jim. Ball up to Mary. Let's see what you can do.
I Got to believe this is a very similar game to the KML game they played on Monday. So maybe maybe the experience of being in a tight game like that will come back for the Vikings and help a little bit here.
Oh, nice ball into the center. Nope.
There's that dead area again where we have nobody. Just a wide gap in the middle of the field where there's no Viking players at all.
Oh, nice play on the ball to save a goal, Jim.
Yeah, O'Connor's pretty good back there. She's pretty sure-footed.
Yeah, thanks. Oh, one touch. Oh!
That's by her, John. That's
Yeah, you could feel that one. Look at this here. See that?
There's like a huge layer of the field, portion of the field that there is no players.
Now, is Haley playing in that spot, Jim, and she's just playing high? Or?
Yeah, I think she's stopper right now with this lineup.
Returning for the Springs, number 5, Bella Bauer.
Then again, no, maybe, yeah. Yeah, she's right now. She's going to stop her roll.
Okay, because she might have been.
What? Okay, so. Sub!
I think what happened is.
Returning for the Vikings, number 15, Kira Wickman.
We're talking about Haley's comment back there. I think she got caught a little high. And what's happening is, Jim, is we're playing high and there's like this gap right back there where there's so much space for Springs. I think that's what's happening. I got to look at the film again. Now, come on, get a shot off here, somebody. Ooh. Come on, Mary. Turn that hard. Turn that hard. Nice! Okay. Oh!
Tough angle, and she still got it on frame. Very nice.
Bonilla follow that right into the goalie's hand, hon.
I think Pastor would have loved to have seen that be a pass instead of a shot to Caitlin, but that's a lot to ask of a kid going full bore like that. But that's what you got to look for. Is maybe
turn and shoot. Shoot it now. There you go.
Okay.
I'll tell you what.
Starting to pepper a little bit now.
I'll tell you what. That turf down there is hard to play on. And this goalie is having the same issue that ours did. Nice play. Now get another touch to it. Come on. Our offense. Come on. Get aggressive here. That could have been against them, and he let it go. Yeah, wide open, but somebody made up some ground. She sidestepped the push. Did you see that? She was going to push her, and who was that over there? Yeah, just kind of moved out of the way, and the girl almost fell over because she was going to push her so hard.
I think Haley learned her lesson in the first half there. And just
that was funny. Oh. Yeah, 57 minutes, Jim, and the clock is still working. That's a good thing. Margraf working hard here. Come on up. Got an attack going here. Margraf coming in hard. Gonna stay on this side of the world. And we got a sub here.
Returning for the Vikings, number 12, Lucy Baus.
Lucy going to come back in and play that position for a little bit. I think he wants to make an adjustment here. I think he saw that she was trapped up a little too high a couple of times. Oh, no, you got to do something more with it.
Miscommunication, she passed it.
Yep. Oh, man, too bad. Now back pass. Oh, nice shielding. Get to it. Get a whack. There it is, and it's almost.
Good shot.
What is it?
We got all sorts of issues. Nothing's working. Good gravy. Oh.
Returning for the Ledgers, number 2, Ronnie Cox, and number 8, Catherine Joe.
You got to be my goalie. That's fine. Just watch yourself. Nice. I'll get to it. Might have to do
Returning
jumping
for the Ledgers
jacks
number
here.
4, Brianna Freund.
Jim, a pretty good crowd tonight considering how cold it is. Quite a few fans. I'm actually surprised. Nice pickoff.
Good pass. Good pass.
Morgan, heads up. Come on, come on, come on. Ooh,
A little better on that place.
nice step.
Nice job.
Good hustle there, number 12. Very nice.
Pass it through. There we go. A lot of angle on it. Can you get to it? Oh, no, you can't. Jim, I almost tried to reach out up here in the box, almost fell on my back. Trying to get to it for her. Got my leg extended. Oh, what was that? A ballerina throwing? I didn't know that was legal.
Slip there.
Got a little bit of numbers there. Watching Lorenz keep right with her mark, Jim, back there. Doing a nice job.
That's all right. Come on. Go back. Pass. Reset.
Yeah, I think that Haley came out. Pastor was able to coach her up a little bit.
Returning to the Vikings, number 20, Haley Becker.
Watching the formation a little bit at the first 10 minutes there.
Feet by Mary's on.
Still in, and out.
Okay, so now Haley's running that center mid. See if she can get something. Looks like he's got Caitlin Bonilla and Haley center mid, and that's a good combo. Let's see what happens here. Good set.
That's the person you want to get
Look
it
at
to.
Caitlin on the fly.
Oh,
Haley
there it
sees
is.
her.
Right in the hole.
Haley
There it
sees
is.
her. Haley sees
Come
her.
on, put it
Haley
home.
sees
Yes,
her.
it is. Yes, it is. 1-0. WLA takes
Just
the
like
lead
we just drew it up, huh?
in the 62nd minute.
By Haley. Was that
Assist.
Unbelievable.
Do you see that?
And that was Caitlin.
And what a
Caitlin
finish.
Bonilla.
And what a finish, Jim. Hard angle right to the pole.
Viking goal in the 62nd minute, number 18, Caitlin Bonilla on an assist from Haley Becker.
Tell you, she dropped that ball right in the hole, and Bonilla just bombed it right in. Now you can't let up now. Got some
What a
momentum.
great view up here, John. We got to see it. We saw Becker get it. We just talked about her being at center mid creating things. You could see Caitlin Bonilla just busted tail down that left side. Beautiful pass, but even a better finish, I think, John.
Oh, that was a beautiful finish. You know, and it's just like what you said. It all started with Haley's Comet.
She literally took her elbow and slammed number 2 into turn.
Did you see her? We had more players down than we had up there for a second.
I think something was a sharpshooter in the area. The way people. Good for the Vikings, though. They jump right back up and get after it. That's what you should do as a
Oh,
player.
there's a hold right there now. Yep, no, he caught it that
That's the
time.
play I don't like. And they've been doing it all night. They're grabbing and clutching.
Yep, and that time, Jim, they got called for it. Of course, Pastor was complaining about the last one, but and rightfully so because it was a foul. Oh,
That was no hands there because that was a good no call.
yep,
John, do you have that other pen?
yeah, in my pocket here, Gwen. Sorry, I loved it so much I was going to take it home.
That's fine. I just need it right now because my other one died.
Oh, there's another nice play. Can Kelly make it? Or Kira.
I think that might have been Caitlin. Yeah, somebody kind of away from the play, but no. Yeah.
I'm looking at Kaylee coming in, and I said her name.
You know, John, this, other than the weather stinking, this has been a very entertaining game. Great game to watch. Great high school girls soccer right here.
Oh, They got numbers, Jim. They got to
really
stop this
pushing. I
attack.
wonder if he changed something after that goal because he is committing. He hasn't committed 6 games. Oh no! Let's see. That's what happens. Now, if he's going to do that, that's going to be a.
Because look at the backside, Jim. Holy smokes.
Yeah, he's going to start committing. That's going to be it. And you got it. Might as well, right?
Yeah.
I just didn't think he'd do it this early. You know, I mean, at this point.
Returning for the Ledgers, number 7, Emma Kirkwood, number 9, Taylor Jans, and number 20, Megan Schumacher.
I'll tell you
And
what,
for the Vikings, number 13, Maddie Pachenko, and number 14, Callie Whitman.
what I thought was interesting, Jim, is we didn't play really great the first. Oh, there's another shot.
Wow.
She can turn and shoot fast, can't she?
You know, John,
Wow.
there is a lot of talent on the field for the WLA Vikings, but Caitlin Bonilla has
Returning
a
for the
little
Vikings,
something.
number 7, Morgan Markgraf.
I think it's her ability. Her footwork is so good, and she's so quick. I mean, that was a. How do you defend that?
No, you
That's-
can't. You can't. That's like college level turn and shoot stuff. I mean, that's good. That's good play. No doubt about it. What I was seeing before is the first 10 minutes we really didn't play well, just like the first half. And then all of a sudden we got that little burst, and there we go. We got a goal, and now ever since we've been on this roll. Oh! Go get it! Go get it!
Yeah, it seems like possession has been in WLA's favor about the last maybe what would you say 8-10 minutes.
Yes,
pretty heavy.
exactly. Not the first 10. We were getting beat.
Ooh, she's coming out. Oh.
Well, it's a nice battle out there. Oh, now there's that hole again, Jim. See it?
Yep. Yeah, that little span there where you had Becker and Caitlin Bonilla at center mid really seemed to turn the tide in WLA's favor as far as possession. And along with possession came a couple of shots. You know, right before that goal, we had 2, I would consider, pretty good chances. So in a game like this, when you get 3 chances in a couple of minutes, that's a big thing.
Yeah. Boy, you can see that ball is getting cold and hard.
You just hear it, can't you?
Yeah, that's what made me think of it. It's like, oh, I remember those when you try and head them or they'd hit off their chest. God, they stung. Oh. So we're at, 67th minute here.
How many years now has Pastor Haig been doing girls? I was thinking about that today.
It's got to be a 6th season, I would
Isn't
say.
that many already?
Yeah.
Senior year was his first year.
Caleb. Oh yeah. So fifth year.
5th year?
Yeah. Isn't that amazing how that time just flies
Yes,
by?
it does. Not in my youth, but Jim, now it's like, holy cow.
And he has had a ton of success.
Yes. Oh, one touch and let's get by
There
her.
you go.
Little pass.
Right there.
Mary, get another touch. Nice. Nice by the goalie.
Good soccer.
Yep.
Good defense.
Good
Very
soccer
good.
both
Yeah.
ways, offensively and defensively. That's why we come to watch this stuff.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, that goalie has probably saved Springs at least 1, if not 2 goals. Would you say, John? By
Yeah.
coming on, putting an end to that? I mean, she's a good player, good aggressive player.
Now, I don't know if you saw that, but the goalie was way out and our player had it. If you watched the USA Women, did you see her? I'm trying to think of her name. The blonde-haired gal.
Yeah.
Knocked one in from about 70
Megan
yards out.
Rapinoe?
Rapinoe, yes.
Yeah, that
Heads up ball, huh? Boy, you gotta like that. We could have had that same play right there.
Look at the work by Alyssa Lorenz. That girl. Wow.
Oh, nice job. There it is, up and through. Come on, get to it.
Oh, I'd love
To
to
the
see her
hole.
possess that a
Now
little
if we
longer,
push
but
up.
okay. Let's see what happens.
Push up and fill the holes here. There it is. Get to it. Get to it. There to go. Watch.
Nice
Somebody's
job.
got to
Nice
talk.
job. 13, nice play. Is that Pachenko?
Pacheco, yeah.
Good.
Take a shot, Haley.
Haley's looking.
Take a shot, Haley.
Come on.
Shoot it.
Come on, Mary.
Shoot it.
Oh, yeah, it's got to be a. I shouldn't say that. Wow.
I was so excited. I came back to my shooting stage. Sometimes I want to be in the audience to say that.
Returning for the Ledgers, number 21, Jennifer Chatterton, and number 23, Sydney Hammock.
Love Chatterton.
And for the Vikings, number 6, Madison Sampson, number 15, Kira Whitman, number 17, Erin Bellin, and number 18, Caitlin Bonilla.
Oh, this could be a possible.
Yeah, that's yeah. She didn't have to slide
Strong.
there.
Jim, you're a big country western kind of guy. Have you seen the movie I Can Only Imagine? Oh, wow.
And song.
Yeah.
Remember what you said on the boys' video when they went to state?
Yeah, the song, and this is the story. If it isn't on your list, and for those viewers out there, if you haven't seen it, unbelievably great movie.
We were talking, John, I appreciate that because Gwen and I were just talking that Saturday's supposed to be like 38 and rain and snow all day, and we thought it might be a movie day. So, Gwen,
I know it's playing up in Oshkosh. I don't think in Fond du Lac. But if you haven't been to the Oshkosh theaters lately, they're great.
The first time I went there, John, I actually fell asleep on those recliners.
Returning for the Ledgers, number 3, Katie Baker. And coming in for the Vikings, number 16,
I can only
Teresa
imagine.
Honecker.
I can only imagine you fell asleep. Yeah, because they're comfortable.
What movie did we go see, you, me, and Caleb, and I fell asleep?
Beauty and the Beast.
Beauty and the Beast, yes.
Nice job.
Good hustle there.
Nice with the ball there. Oh,
That's where that ball might. That's where I don't know if the girls play a holding forward as much as the boys do, but that's a perfect opportunity, John, for the Wickman girls to hold the ball right there. Hold that and wait. Whoa.
well, let's talk about that for a minute. So if they do watch us back, we call that a forward holding position. So if you get the ball and you don't have enough help, you hang on to it so you can get your teammates to come up and play, either for a drop back or you turn and drop it into the corner up in the offensive end. So.
And you can even kind of come back a little bit towards your own goal to buy time.
Yep.
But that's what they call a holding midfielder or a holding
forward. Yep.
And instead of just turning that over, then, because possession in some of these games is going to be so critical.
Oh, there's another handball.
Boy, that guy, that coach, he comes.
I'm complaining about the loss of blood flow in my fingers right now. That's a lie. You know what, Jim? You said, hey, should we do the game tonight or should we do it on Friday?
What was your response?
Diane said, do it on Thursday because Friday you're going to freeze to death. I'm like, you know what? I'm freezing to death now,
We might not
Diane.
even make it to Friday.
Ooh.
Sarah.
Boy, Sarah's just, Jim, and I don't want to speak too early here, but
I think it's time for the first nickname of the year. Everyone knows her as Sarah O'Connor, but I'm going to call her from here forward. She's going to be Steady O'Connor.
Steady O'Connor, I like it.
Eddie.
Man, that girl. I'm not going to say every time, but 9 times out of 10, she is money.
Wow.
Steady O'Connor.
Yep, I think that's great because every play, Jim, has been steady.
And at
Very
that position, when you're
consistent.
sweeping back there, you're kind of the last line. So,
Yep.
Oh,
There's an opening. There is a nicely played ball. Now, look on the backside. There it is. Hit it home. Oh,
That wouldn't have been deflected. That would have been a point blank shot.
Yep. Not to pick on her. Those are the ones that when they come across slow like that, you got to run and get them.
Yeah, right.
Because they're so slow. The defender's got an eternity to come and pick it off, and that's what happened.
I can't imagine how slow this field must feel. 2 WLA girls after being Tuesday night being in Lemira on turf. You know, and this is almost like playing in a ball.
Returning for the Ledgers, number 12, Alice Schreiner.
That's really
And
good
for the
analysis.
Vikings, number 4, Rachel Mayhawk, and number 7, Morgan Markgraf.
It's almost like you're playing 2 different sports. It's like going from like indoor to outdoor.
Exactly.
It's such a different game.
You know how we said early on it looked like our girls were running in quicksand? That's probably how it felt to them.
Yeah, Jim, that's real. That's what I said. Really great analysis.
Oh, I like this.
Oh, there it is.
There's the-
Nail it. Oh.
There's the drop that Pastor
See.
Haig likes nothing more than that. Get
Oh.
to the baseline, bring it back.
She set that up. Was that
Oh.
who hit that?
Kira. And Caitlin was the one who kicked it over.
Caitlin Bonilla hit it over the top. Got too
Yeah.
excited. Okay. Yeah,
Boy,
that
if that
should have been a
isn't it.
second
Oh.
goal there for her. Wow. That was, you're right, Jim. That was a perfect back setup.
She just kept coming, and the defenders kept, they kept coming, and all of a sudden, hello, wide open.
Good
Can't-
play.
Yeah,
Good
you can't
defensive
blame
play
anybody
there.
on that. I'm sure Caitlin was a little bit excited next time. I don't know what's the key there,
Oh.
John. Is it the head or the foot or what? To
Yeah.
the
Well,
head down a little bit more?
you know what it is? It's the pace of the ball, Jim.
Ah.
You do not, when you're that close and you're that open in the goalie, you do not have to pound it real hard. You can just place the ball.
Yeah, I harken back to, I can't even imagine how many years it's been, 10 or more, Mike Strafnagel. I remember watching him. He would place the ball in the net.
Exactly.
Literally. Sometimes he'd see how slow he could kick it, you know, and it would still go. And he says, hey, guess what? That still counts as one. And when you can't control the pace of the ball, sometimes you just square your foot off to it and just dribble it in, right?
I know I had many conversations with my one son about overhitting the ball too hard. And then he'd say, Dad, I wanted to make it look good too, you know. And I'm like, no, we want it to go in.
That's what video games are for. Oh, what a nice play that was.
Yeah, and you can replay it to yourself all day. All right, here we go. Are we going to get to it? Nice play, 50-50, and we held a little bit. Yep, good
See
call.
if she's just patient down there. Just be patient. What's the girl going to do? She's got her back to the playing field. Let her make a mistake and take it away.
Yep, no reason to grab or anything
Next
like
time
that.
you get that Callie, just be patient. Let her make the mistake. Take the ball and score.
Yep, or just even put your leg between hers and grab it backwards. I know that's a lot of thinking in a fast-paced game, but whoop. I think she was hoping someone was going to get over there. Nice job. There she is, wide open. Oh, a little bit aggressive on it.
John, I think the wind velocity just went down to at least 2 miles an hour. I just
Thank
felt
goodness.
warm for like 5 seconds.
Returning for the Ledgers, number
That
22,
was 'cause I
Lizzie
peed down
Gearing.
Tyler, what's the wind chill up here? Can you tell?
I don't know. It's fine down here.
It's fine down there. I knew you were going to say that.
It is. It's got to be like 15 degrees warmer down there.
You went to get a hot chocolate.
Oh, whoa!
A little bit of lull here, a couple of throw-ins, slowing down the pace of the game, and giving everybody a chance to breathe. Ooh.
Ball. You know, it's a swamp back there.
Oh. Got to get those hips swung around. Got to turn them all the way through. Otherwise, that's what happens.
That's all right.
Bella, clear out of there. Bella, get out of there.
Look up, look up. I got you. Stay with it.
Nice work,
Oh,
Morgan.
look at how she fights that out. Oh, right
Nice
off her
ball.
shoulder. Nice ball. And out of
Again,
bounds.
Yep, you got her in a compromising position. Let her make a mistake. Beautiful. All of a sudden, here's another one of those little 7-8 minute spans of a lot of action down there for the Vikings.
Ooh, tough throw. Boy, got her off the ball, but there we go. Come on. Get a shot now. Get a shot.
Haley. Good pick.
Oh, turn and shoot. Turn and shoot. Turn and shoot.
Wants to.
Oh, I love that when that happens. You see the ricochet rabbit there.
Ricochet rabbit.
Patience here,
Now,
Haley.
nail
Patience.
it. Nail it.
Get down.
Oh, I
Haley,
like it.
Haley loves that.
I like it.
What is
Good
that?
job,
About an
Haley.
18, 20, and she loves it. And there's a little bit of dip on there.
Haley's
Really
Comet was in the
Hey,
dipping.
There it was.
Yep, Haley's Comet dipped it in. Almost.
Unless she's running through, I agree. Unless she's running through.
Energy level seems to be a little bit better right now for the Vikings.
We're winning a few of these here, Jim. And Morgan has been winning a few of them.
It all starts in the midfield, and it's been Haley Becker, it's been Caitlin Bonilla, it's been Morgan Markgraf starting to win that, and then obviously you got Rachel and Aaron out on the wings, so the midfield's starting to come to life here.
Oh,
man, another just
a push from behind, not even an intent to play. Wow. They just have not called that. You know, the one thing about the reffing is it's very consistent. They have not called that at all.
Right.
So, you know what? That's a handball. They haven't called that either, Jim.
Yeah.
So they're very consistent.
You know, when it's this cold, should I? No. Oh,
there's the ball.
Good.
Oh!
Yeah, number 4. I think Rachel wasn't sure if Caitlin was going to get to that or not. Oh, I'd love to see Rachel just
Returning
wind
for the
up.
Legends, number 4, Brianna Freund.
She had the right
And
foot.
for the Vikings, number 2, Mary Zunker.
Nobody wants to clap.
I think they are. You just can't hear them.
First corner kick that I can remember the half, and didn't go well.
Ooh, that was a little different.
That's not a Haley Becker corner kick.
That did not come off her foot very well.
What do we got? 9:81, so 9 minutes to go here.
9 minutes. Yeah, we had a little spurt. Now we're let's see what happens. Ooh,
Nice job, Kira.
there's some passing that we didn't see there for a while. Put a couple of passes together. There you go.
Nice job, Kira.
Oh, shoot it right there. Shoot it. Oh, there it is. She's onside. Yes, she is. She was onside the whole time. And Mary Zunker
There it is.
puts it in.
I didn't see who got the assist on that.
I don't know if it was an assist
wasn't it?
technically.
Yeah, we'll give it to Zunker though. On that.
I'll tell you what, that was a great
Viking
shot.
goal in the 82nd minute. Number 2, Mary Zunker. On an assist from Morgan Markgraf.
I'll tell you what I saw there was a very calm, I'm going to place it. She didn't hit it real hard. She just placed it right in the back corner, which was perfect.
And did you notice there, John, that the 2 or 3 passes before that were all very patient? How, a good pass begets a good pass, and another, and pretty soon you got yourself a shot and a goal.
Yep, exactly. And they're getting hungry. I didn't think they were real hungry in the first half. It's like hungry hippo all of a sudden.
I'm with you. I'm right there with you. The energy level's been much better this half.
Yeah, it's like, hey, we're excited to play. We're here. We can handle the physicality of Springs, and like I said, hungry hippo. All of a sudden, it's like we're getting real aggressive. Oh, there's a nice corner, Jim. Right in there. Take the shot right there. Oh, a little bit of a bounce back.
Was that Morgan on the assist? I think it was.
Somebody's got to step to it. Step to it.
Okay.
There you go.
Oh, what a takedown! Man, we got linebackers on our football team that don't get like that.
That Bella Bowers, a freshman.
Yeah, boy, built like a what.
She's cute though. She is cute.
There's our sideline reporter.
See,
She's
they're-
part of the Me Too group.
Yeah. They're
Yeah, that's what we need right there.
I think you got to give Kira Wickman a lot of credit coming back. After she had to leave the game not feeling good, she's brought a little bit of that energy back this half.
There's a nice fight.
A lot
job,
of credit to her.
Oh, no. Oh.
Finally.
Really? You should have been calling that all game.
Haley, take it.
They know not to do that. Coach.
Boy, I see more jumping with their hands up.
Almost like they're taught to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it hasn't been just one girl
Right.
either.
How many times did that happen in the first half? Come on, steady.
Steady O'Connor.
See what she does here. No, see, I'm not screwing around. We're getting it out of danger.
That almost looked like a golf shot. Did you see her kind of tee it
Those
up?
O'Connors are known for their golfing prowess. They definitely
That
are.
looked like a tee up, and I'm going to hit it.
Hey, Caitlin, we need you on defense.
Returning for the
John,
Vikings, number 14,
Last summer, I
Callie
got my
Wickman.
favorite birthday card of the year. These two guys standing there and they're waiting to hit, and one guy says to the other one, "Who taught you how to swing?" And the other guy says, "My father." Then you open up the card and the other guy says, "Was he a ditch digger?" So it was from my brother-in-law who's seen me golf, but that's got to be my favorite right there. All right, we're down to about 5 minutes.
Ditch digger.
Midfield's our job. Midfield's our job.
How many freshmen can say they scored in all of their first 3 games?
Yeah,
I mean,
what is
seriously.
that, goal number 7 already for her? But it's all, and I'm Mary would probably be the first one to tell you, it's all about, right there again, she got the goal, but, look at the...
There was a lot of work that went into
my
that.
goodness, and there usually always
Nice
is,
job.
too.
Here we go.
Kira Wickman
Pass back.
again.
Oh,
Just doing
another
a nice
corner
job.
here. We haven't hit one from this side yet.
Kira seems to be much more patient this half than she was in the first half. Do you notice that? Not just sprinting down there, but kind of collecting the ball, letting them come to her, and she's doing a nice job this half.
Let's see how we hit this. Smack!
Oh, Becker.
Boom!
There it is.
Oh!
That was almost a gorgeous
Oh,
goal.
was that fun to watch?
A beautiful corner, too well placed, and then a
Kaboom.
header on top of it. That would have been sweet.
With a little bit of velocity, not a lot of things.
That would have been sweet.
I was savoring the moment. Coming down to the last under 5 minutes, Jim. I'm going to be happy to get home and have some hot chocolate.
Well, John, every day we're very thankful for a lot of
Did you see
blessings
Yeah.
in our life, but heated car seats is going to be my favorite in about 10 minutes.
Oh,
Another nice
Go
drop.
get him, Morgan.
shoot it, hon.
Bang.
Yes! Yes! Caitlin in the right spot with a great shot.
She says, "I'm not blowing this one,
I
John."
liked it.
The last one was a little high.
Yeah.
Hard to say. I mean, both Wickmans kind of, if it was hockey, they would have both been.
Viking goal in the 87th minute, number 18, Caitlin Bonilla.
Wow.
Well, the cream's rising to the top here. We talked about it in the first half. I kind of thought WLA might wear him down a little bit, and definitely the last 20 minutes. When's the last time Springs had a shot, John?
Yeah.
You know what
yeah,
I mean?
Jim,
It's
you were
really,
right.
It's really, the field is flipped, and I think they're a little young. Springs are. Good, hard, aggressive play, but, the skilled Vikings kind of wore them down here tonight.
Yeah, they've been able to work through all the physicality, and they've been able to out-finesse them here, especially in the second half. Here comes another one.
What a beautiful cross. See, right there is where we've been winning everything. Even when they cleared the ball the last 15 minutes, we've been right there to pop it back in. Stay with it.
I'm okay with that.
That's all right.
I am totally okay with
I
that.
don't know if Tom O'Connor will ever watch this, but he's Sarah's grandfather, and she just had a little Tom moment there where I think she said, "You're not getting by me, right?"
Yeah,
And And good for her.
Yeah.
No harm, no foul.
I'm well, foul, but no harm.
Okay,
It wasn't a
little
dirty
bit, yeah,
play.
right.
No, that's exactly what
It's
you
actually
want
a
to do.
smart play.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, come and get it. And then no
Good,
damage done.
good,
There you
good
go.
job.
Excellent.
Good goalie play. She was watching it all the way. She's been punting a little bit better too, Emma.
Yeah.
She warmed up a little bit. Nice play
You
on
get that through there, girl.
two defenders, and she gets it through. I
Run,
like that.
Morgan, run. You should have been sprinting on that.
Run. What is the movie? Run, Forrest. Ooh, nice ball. Come. Oh, send it again. Left foot in. Oh, I would love. You know, that goes back to my. When the ball gets down there, I get so excited. You know, it almost makes me want to jump in and play.
You know, there's this. You know what an urban legend is, John? Or oh, did she get that? Oh, I thought she got it in the face. I was like, oh, that no one should get that on a night like tonight. There are rumors that your voice still rings throughout this little valley here, the Winnebago Valley, back when your
Returning for
sons
the
were
Ledgers,
playing.
number 24,
And one
Emma
will say,
Reed.
shoot, Aaron.
Or Josh, or
Jordan.
whoever. Yeah, shoot the ball.
But you know, the nice part was you did not discriminate.
1 minute remaining in the
You
game.
hollered for all the boys to
Oh,
shoot,
yeah.
and I always like that about you.
Well, I'll tell you what happens. A lot of times they play around with the ball and they forget what they're supposed to do, and that's shoot.
Yeah.
Because there's a very Chinese proverb I learned a long time ago. Good things happen to those who shoot.
I see. Well, I guess it's like they say, you know, you can never win the lottery if you don't play, and you're probably not going to score if you never shoot.
That's exactly it.
So we're
Coming
winding
down to
the
1
last
minute here.
minute here, John.
Good for WLA. A lot of hard games, you know, in a row this time of year. It's tough on you physically when it's this cold.
And you got to believe they weren't doing a ton of conditioning
10, 9, 8,
with the weather. The
Seven.
Here's good sportsmanship. Just hold it in the corner.
3, 2,
I like it.
1.
I like it. Good win for WLA, Jeff.
Hey, you know, great game to watch. Fun, very
Wow.
fun. Yeah, very entertaining.
battle.
I think we saw them wear them down, and like we talked about, once WLA started to, the midfield became their domain, and then the ball stayed down here for large chunks at a time, and you just saw what happened.
Yep, I saw Coach make some adjustments, pull out a few players. You know, remember I was saying that Haley was way up too far. He made that adjustment, and after that,
The
it
final
was
score
a
of
really good
tonight's
game.
contest.
So thanks a lot. We'll see you next game. Thanks for tuning in.
The St.
Hopefully
Mary
the camera didn't
Springs
freeze.
Academy.
Looks like we're still okay.
We'll see you next week. Stay tuned for the post-game report as we interview your WLA players to get game insights. Here we are with Kaylin Bonilla tonight, the star of the offense. 2 goals. Who would imagine that?
Yeah.
The way the first half started. What was going on through your mind with that first goal? Just take us through what happened.
I got a pass from Haley, and I just knew that I needed to get a goal so we could get ahead. And I saw the goalie, and I was like, I'm going left. And going right, sorry, and I kicked it with my left. And I felt so happy that we finally got ahead, and so excited.
The whole momentum of the game shift after that. Did you notice that?
Yeah.
It was kind of a midfield scrum, and then after that goal, just WLA. Was it more confidence, or what happened?
I think so. Now that we finally had a lead on them, we had a lead on them throughout the whole entire time, I would think, defensive-wise. But once we got that goal, I think it finally put momentum forward.
And then the second goal was, well, let's talk about the one where you knocked it over the top.
Oh,
that was
yes.
like one-on-one.
It was perfectly set up by Kira, and I totally wish I knew exactly where I needed to place it, but my body went up and it went over the goal. I was like, oh my goodness.
But then you made up for it and you hit the third one, and that was your second goal. Did that come across as kind of it looked like one of the Wickman girls knocked it across, or it was loose, or?
I think it got jumbled up, but I got a clear shot on it, and I just kicked it to the left top corner, and somehow it went in.
One thing that we saw is it looked like Springs played very physical. A lot of holding, a lot of shouldering, a lot of hip play.
Yeah.
Is that what our trouble was in the first half, or?
I think it was more ball movement and trying to get our offense to get going. I give full props to our defense. They worked extremely hard this game, and we could not have done it without them.
Well, great game and congratulations. I saw some good play out of you tonight.
Thank you.
We'll see you next week.
Thanks for tuning into the game this week. We'll be back with you next week for another great round of WLA soccer. Hey, don't forget to tell all your friends and family about the new WLA YouTube channel. See you next week.